We've just about managed to fast forward 4 days without many issues at all. Hello there folks and welcome to episode 7 of season 2 of the Arsenal career mode on Football Manager 2019 and the last season of a new era at the Emirates, which is sort of ironic but nonetheless. Today we're playing against Chelsea in the Premier League. It's a 2-club titan battle at the top. There's 3 points between us. Chelsea are now top of the table and we're second. And really what we want to do is keep that 4-point gap to Manchester United and also potentially take the lead of the Premier League again. But because of goal difference, unless we win by 2 goals, we'll still be second in the Premier League. Regardless of the result today. We also play against Cardiff in the second leg of the League Cup. And I said my intro because, if you don't remember, the last episode was the last 2 games. So we haven't progressed any since then. So I haven't got anything to tell you. And therefore, we can get straight into it. We'll be playing against Chelsea, playing the 2 games against Swansea and Everton off camera, and then going to Cardiff and the Cardiff City Stadium for the away leg of the League Cup semi-final. Right, shall we get into this Chelsea game nice and early? We've had to make 1 or 2 changes from the squad that started that game midweek. So we've got Bernd Leno in goal with Lichtsteiner, Regani, Matip and Maitland-Niles at the back, filling in for Marcos Alonso, who's a little bit tired. We've got James Milner and Lucas Torreira in the middle, with Welbeck, Mkhitaryan and Hesse in the attacking midfield positions, after Ozil picked up a little bit of a niggle in the last match. And then we have got, do we put Lacazette or Aubameyang there? We're going to put Aubameyang there for today. See how Aubameyang gets on, and then obviously if Aubameyang's rubbish, then we can bring Lacazette on. But I do apologise not in advance, but now, because there wasn't an episode on Friday, which I'm greatly, apologetic for, but I was going to record it on Thursday and things happened, and I'm not really I don't like to use excuses because there isn't really any point, because really the excuse was that I'd got too much on, but also, if I'd really wanted to do it, then I could have made time for it, but sometimes it just doesn't happen, so I do apologise for that, but we are back today, and hopefully we should be back to all due service and full service for the next few weeks, because really, even though I am enjoying this series, I want to get it over and done with now, because FM19 is out in a fortnight, so if I can get this series done in terms of recording a few days before FM19 comes out, it just gives me a little bit of a breather before the game comes out, and I'm sure you guys can understand that, because it is a lot on me recording all that, but blah blah, you don't want to know about me, you want to know about Arsenal and Football Manager. That's exactly what you clicked on the video for. Good interception though from Maitland-Niles, back to Matip, back to Maitland-Niles, Lucas Torreira, good ball through to Milner. It looks like Aubameyang's off the pitch, not been stretched off, but he's actually walked off the pitch with his physio, but Welbeck's on the wing. This is going to be the tricky bit now, there's no striker up there. Torreira, Hesse, one of the attacking midfielders, going to have to move into that position temporarily, but Maitland-Niles through to Hesse into the box for Welbeck, and Welbeck's a natural striker anyway, but Welbeck puts it in the back of the net. A lovely assist from Hesse, but if we're talking in terms of the official formation on the pitch, then both wingers have combined there to make a brilliant goal, and we're 1-0 up against Chelsea, which of course puts us level on points with our London rivals. As you can see, Aubameyang just walking off the pitch there. He looks very he's walking very gingerly, so that doesn't look too good for him, but a lovely goal from Welbeck, considering the tight angle that was there. But the Arsenal fans seem chuffed, as they should be, and it looks like Aubameyang's back on the pitch now, so that's good for him. But just in case, no, we'll keep him on, because he's back on the pitch, he seems fine now. Just in case he goes down with a bigger injury, I'd probably bring him off at half-time, but if he does look absolutely shattered, when I will bring Lacazette on, that's no problem. But we're good interception there. We're doing well defensively. I'll say this and then we'll go and concede there. It's just the absolute classic. But Mario on the wing for Chelsea into Mertens. Good stuff from Regani, but Mario's got it back to Van Ginkel. Willian to Hazard. Good interception from Lichtsteiner, but David Luiz gets it back. Lozano, Matip again. Good interception. Can we make this one work? We certainly can. Aubameyang drifts past the defender. Passes it through to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan into the box. Shoots, and Kepa Azerabalaga makes the save. Right, we're going to make sure that we do put Hazard on his weak foot and put a bit of a pressure under the defenders, because that never hurts. Certainly never hurts. And I don't know why Mertens isn't under tight control and closes down. It just seems a bit daft. But we're 1-0 up here. We need to credit ourselves that we're actually 1-0 up. We're leading this game. And it could be a big game in our season, because, as you can see at the moment, okay, we've played 1 more game. But if we beat Chelsea today, then the minimum gap is going to be 4 points to Manchester United, which is a really secure gap. And as just, apart from Chelsea, there is only the 2 Manchester clubs in with a chance now to win the league, because Liverpool are 20 points adrift of us, and within 16 games, I very much doubt even I could bottle it that much to finish outside the top 4. So, finishing 4th last year to now to perhaps finishing 1st or 2nd, I think it's a great feat. We've done particularly well this season. But in all truth, I'd love to win the league. So I haven't actually won a domestic league in FM18, ironically. But we could be going towards that, as we've got practically a mirror of that first goal. Hesse into Welbeck, and he's put it in the back of the net. We're only 20 minutes into this game. It feels like we're a lot longer into this game. But nonetheless, Welbeck makes it 2-0. Mkhitaryan put it across to Hesse. And Hesse with acres of space on the pitch. A few players ran after him, but couldn't get past him. And it's practically a mirror of that goal. Not a tight angle, albeit not as tight an angle, but still a very good start to this game against Chelsea. All guns blazing. And I think the players just want to make sure, and I want to make sure definitely, that we don't get 2 losses in 2. Obviously, we lost to Man City in the last Premier League game. Pardon me. And if we lost this one, we still could lose this one. But if we lose this one, then you do have the risk. That's a bit worrying from Matip there, but that's okay. There is the risk that you just completely crumble altogether and that your title challenge can crumble. And as is every game, but particularly in this game against the top 2, it is a 6-point swing. You know, if Chelsea win today, then they're 6 points ahead. That's fairly obvious, and that's not a nice deficit for us to have. At the same time, if we led by 6 points, then that's a lovely lead for us to have, because I don't think that the opposing team could really get to it. But this could be 3-0. Hesse has a shot, but Azarablaga saves. And this is brilliant by us. We're really dominating play at the moment. We are going to go back to counter-attacking though now, because I fear that we need to tighten up a little bit, because Chelsea are no doubt going to come on to us very soon, because they are a very good side. I mean, they've got Willian, Lozano, Hazard and Mertens up front, which is quite a scary front 4. Granted, Welbeck, Mkhitaryan, Hesse and Aubameyang is much worse, but that Chelsea one, it looks pretty nasty. But at half-time, we haven't conceded and we've scored 2, and that is brilliant. And if obviously, because we're winning 2-0, we've got the same, it's not gamer score, I think gamer score from same goal difference as Chelsea, and therefore are top of the table, which is very exciting. Back top of the table. We've been top of the table for most of this season now, since about, I'll probably say about match week 11 or 12. So we've been off it for a week and also because of Chelsea, but we can get back on top and dominate. And really, what we've got to do, I know it sounds daft, but we've got to be winning pretty much every game now in the running. You know, maybe out of the 16 games, you've got to be winning at least 12 of those. So that's my target. We've got to win at least 12 of those. Hopefully not lose any of them. And potentially the other 4 maybe draw. But we've got to be picking up a good 36 points. Because I wouldn't say that another team would beat 90 points. That's my logic. So if we win... Oh, that's a good goal from Hazard. Potentially them getting back into the game. But Hazard is known for getting people back into the game. But I wouldn't think that 2 teams would get to 90 points. That's my logic. So if we win 12 out of the 16... then that's 89. We draw 1 or 2 of them. I think that's achievable, unless you completely bottle it. By the way, a lovely goal from Hazard there. So that's the maths I'm working on at the moment. But to be honest, I am very much working game by game, each game. Let's go and win this game. Let's go and win here. Like the Chelsea game, it's going to be crucial for the rest of the season, but really only in turning around this game. If we win, it's not that crucial, whereas if they win, it's crucial for them because they get a massive points lead, 6-point lead. So really, for us, it tightens the gap, sure, if we win, but it doesn't actually prove anything because we're on the same amount of points. And Chelsea, if we match Chelsea's result, i.e. if Chelsea win all 16 games left, and we win all 16 games left, Chelsea win the league, as it stands, because of the goal difference. So that's it, it's most basic level. We scored the same amount of goals, we've conceded 2 more goals throughout the season, read into that what you will, but our defensive record is definitely a lot better than it was last year, so that's something to behold. And having a 28 goal difference by this point within 22 games is pretty impressive, and that's been down to some brilliant results. 5 or 6 nils here and there, and you've got to credit the attacking team for that, and definitely the defenders have bolstered up as well. Obviously, Regani and Matip, 2 signings that we've made, 2 imports into the club, if you like. But a lot of the club has stayed the same. Mkhitaryan, Welbeck, Aubameyang, and Lacazette, all players who were there before. Bernd Leno there before, Bellerin there before. So I don't think that anybody can say that I've massively changed the team, which is what a lot of managers do these days. A lot of managers spend money and they win leagues. Whereas I have to say, okay, we spent money on maybe Regani and Matip, but if we kept Koscielny and Mustafi, would they perform to a similar rate? Possibly. But because clubs have come in for those 2, we've had to make replacements, and we've made up the replacements. We've pretty much had a net transfers of maybe 5-10 million at most, because when we've bought, really, we've only bought players to replace those that we've sold, because this Arsenal squad is very good. It can be very good, so I didn't see the point of really buying people apart from Milner, which is a bit of a personal choice. Welbeck was at the club, Torreira's at the club, El Neni, Xhaka, Ramsey, all at the club before I joined, so have we made many changes? Not really, but that is a lovely goal from Aubameyang. I would love to see that on replay, because it's a bit strange. Aubameyang just ran past one of the players as Baraglia comes to the ball, and we're back in front by 2. Let's have a look at this. So Torreira puts it forward to Aubameyang, but Christensen intercepts. Then Lozano falls to sleep. Maitland-Niles gets it. Aubameyang, what's he do here? He practically just jumps over him. Oh, can we not go back? He like morphs over these two here, Christensen and the other defender. And because Baraglia came out for the ball, we just potted it in the back of the net. And that is a lovely goal from Aubameyang. And thank God we played him because, well, Lacazette would have probably finished that actually. So the argument's a bit irrelevant. But Matip 7.1, Maitland-Niles 7. Oh dear, Liechtenstein 7.1. And now Aubameyang is injured, so our worst fears are definitely there. And even though we're going to keep Maitland-Niles on actually, can we just swap him for Milner? That sounds, that sounds a bit more realistic because Milner's probably a better left back. But Maitland-Niles can also play very well in central midfield, so it's logical for us to put Maitland-Niles there. But we're 2 goals up. We've got nearly 20 minutes to go. And I don't think much is going to challenge us in the way of winning this game now, which is absolutely fantastic result. Mario out for Chelsea. To Milner, the new left-back. Milner, Nick Mkhitaryan, brilliant if we can get a goal here, finish off the match. Maitland-Niles into the box. Mario gets it out to Torreira, to Hesse, and it's 4-1 now to the Gunners. And after his 2 earlier assists, Hesse gets on the score sheet. And he has been a very good signing, Hesse, as for us. I think he was only about 5 million, but he has definitely been, you could say, a rotational player. He's not a first-team player, but he's definitely a rotational player. And he's playing very well. I probably know that the likes of Iwobi have probably been neglected. Fair enough, it was a deflection from Mario, but nonetheless, the likes of what's-his-face have been neglected. Yeah, what's his name? Alex Iwobi. But there was an inkling of an offer coming in for him from, who was it now? It was Man City, wasn't it, for 60 million. That offer never came. And I suppose he went to the back burner really then, and he hasn't moaned since, to be fair. So why should he get in the squad? It's a little bit like Ozil. Unless you start doing well in the squad, what's the point of changing? But there's no way we can change him this squad because we have just beat Chelsea 4-1. That's absolutely incredible. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting possibly a draw after that City result. I really thought that might have kicked us down. We beat Cardiff, granted, but is that going to have as big a morale boost as the City game is a morale drop? I don't quite know, but beating Chelsea there 4-1 just shows that it's not a fluke result. And I think that's important for us in knowing that we can challenge the top teams in this league and do it well. We lost against Man City, fair enough. But now we're 7 points clear of United. Obviously, they've got a game in hand, same as City. But 4 points and 5 points respectively, that's a nice gap to have because it leaves you the gap to even win one game. Lose one game. And I'm very comfortable with that. And I'm sure that neither Man City, Man United or Chelsea will win all of their 16 games. But let's be honest, we won't either. But it's a good theory and memory. It's a good theory to go with. And what's it called? Concept to go with. So we're going to play a few games off camera, then the Swansea and Everton game. And then we're going to go to Cardiff, where we do go against Swansea, actually. We go to Wales, not Cardiff, but whatever. Then we're going to go to Cardiff, the Cardiff City Stadium, and hopefully bolster our 3-1 lead against Cardiff if I can actually speak. See, it's all going to pot now, so I'll shut up. I'll see you guys in a minute. I don't get this game sometimes. We're now at the Cardiff City Stadium, managed by Nigel Pearson of Cardiff in the second leg of the League Cup, and we're going for our first win in 3. This is why we've lost our last 2 games. I wasn't too fussed about the FA Cup one, to be quite honest. We took the lead courtesy of Eddie Nketiah. We tried a few young guns out, including Nketiah and Nelson. Nketiah got a goal. I thought, this is going to be a nice 1-0 win. Maybe 1-1, which it was when Jordan Ayew scored his first goal. And then Swansea scored 2 more, and that was it for our FA Cup campaign. Then we played Everton just. And after that Chelsea result, you'd think, it's fine. All's fine. And it clearly wasn't, because we just lost 4-0. So in the last 6 games, we've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 3. Compared to the last 6 Premier League games, the last 6 games where we've won 5 and drawn 1. So we've lost more in the last 6 than we did, in fact, the rest of the season. Are the wheels coming off? Hopefully not against Cardiff there today. Bernd Leno starts in goal. with Liechtenstein and Regani holding and Marcus Alonso at the back. Guendouzi and Milner in the middle with Owobi, Mkhitaryan and Hesse in the attacking midfield spots. And Aubameyang starts up front. Now, Iron Robin is coming back to full fitness, thank God, after that injury. He was out for about 3 months, and he's coming back to full fitness. And hopefully be back by about the end of the month, so that'll be nice. Certainly will be nice. And yeah, we deserve to be in the final. I expect us to make it happen. The players know that it hasn't been very good recently in the terms of us playing, because we've lost 2 games in a row. That's fairly obvious. We beat Chelsea and then we lose to Swansea and Everton. I don't get this game sometimes, but that's the way it goes. And hopefully it's just a few unlucky games rather than a patch of bad form, because if we lose against Cardiff today and we get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, then that's a real bad precedent that's been set. But just a reminder, Cardiff scored 1 at the Emirates, we scored 3, so if Cardiff win 2-0 today, they go through to the Carabao Cup final. But as long as we score 1 today, then Cardiff have got to score 3, which I suppose, looking at the results of recent games, isn't too far ahead of Cardiff's of what Cardiff can do, but hopefully that won't happen. But we're 12 minutes in already here at the Cardiff City Stadium. It'd be marvellous if we can get off to a good start by taking the lead. And that just shores things up a little bit, rather than if Cardiff take the lead and it's like, oh, they only need 1 goal. Good interception there from Guendouzi. Good stuff from Milner, paying it to Iwobi. Good vision there. Iwobi. It gets intercepted by Rawls, but Aubameyang puts it in the back of the net. And 13 minutes in, we are ahead here at the Cardiff City Stadium. That means that Cardiff now need 3 goals to go ahead in this competition. If we score again, Cardiff need 5. So if we get another one, that's brilliant for us. But as you can see, Iwobi runs through, Rawls makes the assist, and Aubameyang puts it in the back of the net. Apparently it's embarrassing that we're beating them 4-1. I don't think so. But if we can get to the Carabao Cup final, just a reminder, I do wear my suit. And that should be the next episode. We might play the Champions League. Actually, I think we'll play the Champions League second knockout leg and then the Carabao Cup final. They could be consecutive games. I don't quite know how it would work, but I'll find it out anyway. But holding, lovely ball to Iwobi, free to Hesse. Oh, just can't get past. And if we'd got another goal there, I'd have thought, great, that's pretty much it. And I can talk throughout this game with a lot of confidence, but I'm still going to have to watch what we're doing. Cardiff, to be fair, they're not offering too much up front. They've only had 1 shot so far, 2 shots now. And really, this is all about shoring this game out. Now, I haven't put Pope in goal again today because, to be honest, Pope, well, he played against Swansea. I know Leno played against Everton, so it's kind of against the point. But Pope seems to concede a lot more goals than Leno, and that just shows the quality of Leno as a goalkeeper, because he doesn't concede the goals. End of. Right, we're 2-0 up here, only 1-0 up here at Cardiff. Again, don't get complacent. It's effectively the end of the 3rd quarter. So we've only got a quarter left to play, and if we don't concede 3 in these 45 minutes, if we don't concede a goal every 15 minutes, then we're through to our first big competition final. I know the Carabao Cup's not a big competition, but it's still some silverware that we might be able to win in this FM18 save. Now, I think we'll either get Watford or Bournemouth in the final. So, not a game that's going to be over in a flash, and it might still be a hard one, but hopefully our quality will come through. We'll win our first major trophy of the season and of the save, and hopefully we can win the league to go with it. But judging on the last few games, we probably won't. But Mesut Ozil is going to come on for Mkhitaryan, and Aubameyang's going to come off for Lacazette. And we're also going to bring Hector Bellerin on. Actually, no, we'll bring El Neni on for Regani. Triple substitution. I know it's brave and it's a bit weird playing El Neni in centre-back, but it's the only centre-back we've got on the bench. We've actually only got... Oh dear, we've got Matip on the bench. Oh well, we'll put El Neni there, it's fine. To be fair, El Neni's probably got a little bit more fitness than Matip, so it's all fine. I meant to do that, obviously. Lacazette has a shot from just outside the box, and it's just over the bar. To be honest, this game has been very bland compared to the one against Chelsea. It seems in all these episodes that the second game is usually shorter than the first game. Obviously, because I'm doing the introduction in the first game, but it always seems to be a lot shorter, so I don't know if that's just a pattern or what. But I think that, it's been 2 worthwhile games to show you today. Obviously, the Carabao Cup semi-final, as well as that big Chelsea game, which actually didn't really mean a lot in the end, because the 3 points that we've gained, we've just put down the toilet in losing 6 points. So really, it didn't matter that much. But nonetheless, it was a good game. Liechtenstein on the ball, though, now. Back to Guendouzi, through to Milner. Milner has a shot, and it's just over the bar. If Milner had scored that on from there, that would have been a lovely way to secure our place in the Carabao Cup semi-final. But it looks like, at the moment, to be honest, that Cardiff have got no fight. There's 2 minutes left in added time. And Morrison should kick the ball, and that should be it. That's all over. We're through to the Carabao Cup final, and that is absolutely fantastic. We'll just check if the other one has been played yet. The other semi-final's been played yet, just so we know who's going to be in the final next episode. Let's have a look. Overview. Watford and Sunderland, and they play tomorrow. So we could either be playing Watford, or actually the holders of the Carabao Cup, or Sunderland in the final. That'll be in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, folks, make sure to leave a like. Luckily, there's not long to wait before the next one, hopefully. It'll be out tomorrow, so Monday at 6 PM, as always. I hope you guys enjoy that one as much as you've enjoyed this one. Fingers crossed. Again, thank you so much for watching, folks. I appreciate your support. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 8 of Season 2 of A New Era at the Emirates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.